Okay, brief ashville review. Okay, guess I'll just quickly go under basic callouts. Bats, main, shutter. This is their shutter. This is point, our roof, their roof. Under. I call this under bats. This little hallway right here is secret. Barrels, snipers like to play there. Ramp. Lobby. All this is lobby. And of course, and like I said before, this is main. Okay, and then the shutter, of course. Okay, and I think that's basically all the callouts for this quick one. My normal rollout is through bats. Always don't forget your effect telly. I like to go bats. Put down a mini. Back out a little bit just to grab ammo. Put down telly in that corner. Then refight just from around bats. You move your gun up if you want.
I'm moving this.
Position A, can't be peeked by shutter. Position B, can't really be peeked by bats. Passive meant for overextending players.
Moving out.
More aggressive,
That there wasn't getting any lighter.
looks at both bats and shutter. Great for Wrangler. You're countered by snipers.
Backing up.
You can react more easily to spies. Lots of spidey cloaks around here. Be careful. Oh yeah, and I should probably go over ammo packs. Medium behind the barrels. Medium in lobby. Medium on bats. And there's a medium under. Symmetrical, so they have the same resources as you do. Essentially, besides excluding barrels, wherever there's ammo, there's health, and those are all the packs.
Moving out. That was good.
Okay. So that's out of the way. Oh, I guess I'll just quickly go over other telly spots, since some people roll out through main, which is pretty normal, I believe, especially in lower divs. You can usually put your mini just somewhere around here. You'll usually kind of wrangle, watch for a sniper, and then you'll rotate either left or behind secret, and rotate around your boxes, or look under, or whichever. On the way, you'll put down a telly. Usually telly goes in either this corner right here, or goes about right here. No one really rotates, no one really rolls out through the lobby, but if you did, you just quickly do that, grab the ammo, and then you would walk. Otherwise, you could technically put your telly around here. Spies could camp it though. Cheeky spot right up here. Careful when you do this. It's a long walk if your team needs to go to bats, so I don't recommend doing that too much. Okay, playing mids. Use your shotgun. Shoot people. Pretty. You can either help your players on point, make sure you're shooting whatever they're shooting. Use angles if you have to in order to stay alive. Watch the flank from under if needed. Watch if you're on bats already. You can play bats. Make sure that their soldier and scout don't get behind. You can hunt for spies, or if you want, you can watch for bombers all along the skylines. Okay, so that's mid fights essentially. Okay, so now let's say you win the point. Most teams, if you win point, most teams like to reset onto their ramp, Spencer spot. I like to use this one up against this crate / wall. You can use it, jump up here, and then jump on the roof. It's out of the way, hard to spam. It's very good. I like this a lot. Your medic can use it for dispenser armor in case someone's bombs, and it's kind of tucked in the corner, so the bomber won't see it till later. Careful, spies can also use it. There's always this classic spot for a dispenser, up against this wall. Careful, it's easy to spam by demos, and it makes your team take a lot of damage. So do be careful when using that. Back here, passive spot. If your team is playing passive on ramp, they can use that between getting out. You or spies can get up here, though, so keep that in mind. And you can use this to jump onto the rooftop. Careful when you do that, snipers can peek you.
Backing up.
Okay, not going to go over all mini spots. There are a lot of nice ones. This one has a sight line on the ramp. Like, generally, this kind of area has sight lines up to their bats and shutters, of course. You can, little trick, you can put your mini there,
I'm moving
then
this.
you can pick it up and place it, and it builds fast. You can wrangle on to their ramp or their shutter. An unwrinkled gun from about this position can see the shutter for free without it being wrangled. Great for overtime. People don't look up at it.
Moving out.
If it's getting spammed, you can try a little bit more passive back here, see if that
I'm
helps.
moving this.
If you need to go a little bit more aggro, this spot also looks a little bit at bats as well as under. Easier to spam out, but covers a little bit more.
Backing up.
Here, this doesn't look over point, but if you want to get aggressive, like play about right here, you can usually spam whoever is on their bats before backing out and going under or under point or whatever, and if anyone tries to chase, you're going to catch them. Okay,
I'm moving this.
that's those positions.
That was. Moving out.
There's a funny undergun, so if you put a gun behind here, when it makes it so that if anyone tries to go under, they're immediately shot at by your gun and probably you as well. Usually lit players will try to go under to go for the most accessible pack, and they will probably die to your mini. It's very evil, but it's something you can do. Speaking of evil,
I'm moving
a
this.
little bit more aggressive of a sentry. Let's say they're on their ramp. You can put a gun here and wrangle and kind of pinch them back while your team moves forward. If you create space by doing this, that's always nice. Watch out for people on the bats though. If they drop onto you, you're probably dead. If you think people are on bats, you can put a gun right about here, and you can play next to your gun in case someone drops down, and then you can shoot them with your gun, and they'll melt pretty easily. Or you can try to bait them to drop down before your gun starts shooting at them, and you can pinch them in between you and your gun.
Moving out.
That's generally it for holds. A lot of teams like their NGs to play on rooftop and watch for bombers, in which case you'll just simply put mini right in this area, and you just and you can also use a position over here for a kind of a passive mini that's meant to look for bombers.
I'm
Those
moving
are all
this.
options.
I'm moving
Uh,
this. There was.
But essentially, if you see a demo or a soldier trying to jump in your medic, expect that whenever you're holding ramp and you have Uber. You're just going to spam whenever they try to jump. Try to deny them with your shotgun and your mini. Try to avoid taking spam. If you have to, jump off before jumping back on, whether it's with your dispenser or your sentry or whatever.
Backing up.
And yeah, that's it for holding. Pushing.
Moving out.
Generally, teams like to push from bats if they don't have point.
Go on, get.
When they have point and my team is playing bats, I like putting my dispenser right here, accessible for anyone trying to peek shutter or bats. That's a heavy play right about here and just look at both angles. I like to keep my telly up here still.
Going up.
I've seen some put their dispenser up here. That's okay too. Dispenser spots around here are just generally good. It's not a big deal. If my combo's up here, I either want to be playing shutter, peeking in order to try to create space if I need to.
Backing up.
Otherwise, I'll help my flank / sniper on ramp. So if my team's on bats, I will be over here, either passively on it, like right around here, making sure that no one tries to flank around, or if we're starting to get aggressive, I'll put it right about here. Oh, so this music is way too loud. There we go. There we go. Then you can spam from here, and then you can slowly just walk on the point when your team moves forward, and you can cap like that. A funny, if they have point, you can still go under,
There was.
build a gun, and keep control of under. Make sure that no one can flank around, and you can pressure from their side or you can wrap onto their bats if you want to be super funny, and make them deal with you, split resources, so your team has more room to work with to take ground on the point. Don't be afraid to coordinate with your team. Make sure to look out for spies, watch for bombers, and that is essentially Asheville.